Hello, hello, trends lovers. Welcome, welcome, welcome back, and thank you for joining me on this quick one. So, today we are going to be discussing from the title I saved Chaos Kids, Miriam awolowo said, and also added that Chaos Kids have blessed her. So let's get into that conversation. And the reason why I wanted to discuss this is the question I have out there. I feel like why is Madam MIA still doing so much to convince the whole world and anyone that cares to listen that she has done so much for Kale and JD? And it's almost like they owe her something, and all of that we're going to get right into. um so it's going to be a quick live stream. I'm just going to drop it there because I've not been dropping content so much, so let me be dropping these videos so people can catch up on them later on. So let me know what you think about what Madame MIA is saying. And shortly, we're going to hear from the horse's mouth. We're going to get her content and we're going to listen to which Julie states. Good morning, Queen. Thank you. Thank you for joining. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. So, the conversation from the thumbnail and the title, I really, because at this point, one would think that okay, after JD did so much, and now it has gotten to the point where JD does not need MIA's help anymore, one would think that MIA would just completely wash her hands off of anything that concerns Kale or JD, but that's not what we're seeing. So I don't understand it. Does she want them to come out, either the both of them, or KO or JD1 should come out and actually applaud her and clap hands for her and give her accolade, give her flowers before she would stop. Because she will go so much fighting with anybody that dares to say anything, and she will talk about how the kids have blessed her, how she fought for those kids. You fought for those kids. You fought for those kids. But when something that happened that deserved you people speaking of the WhatsApp women, none of you did. Julie said, I'm good. I hope your family are well. Yes, we're fine. We're fine. We're doing good. How is yours? How are you? How is family? How is everything? I've been missing in action. So now I'm coming back slowly because I'm beginning to feel a little bit better because my voice was terrible, was coughing, no, everything. So I just couldn't come up and run our live streams. I will be seeing gist flying up and down online, but I wasn't able to come in to do our streams. So okay, so let me quickly share this live stream so more of our people would see it. I'm trying. Why can I find my live stream here? I want to share it to the community here. Then I'll go over to entertainment and also share it. So, okay. All right. So I think our sound is good. From if you're just coming in, you're welcome. The gist is about to start. Give me a few minutes. Let me just share the live stream and pull up MIA and listen to MIA talking about how she saved Chaos Kids and how people are just talking about what they don't know. People that are easily manipulated, according to her. People that cannot think for themselves. And I'm trying to remember the names that she's been calling people. Pull it up and we'll go read it together. Yo, MIA is upset. Okay, she's upset that how dare people there say things that they don't even know about. Y'all give me a second. Let me share this to Entertainment Daily also. So people over there will also know that because what we're going to discuss in Entertainment Daily will be quite different from this particular topic. So still JDK's story, but it won't be this discussing something else because there's something else we need to discuss. So hold on. Let me share this live. If you're coming in, please give the live stream a thumbs up. And if you have somewhere to share, invite people that you know We'll enjoy this live. Mm. Let's share, share, share. And for those that will be watching the replay, don't forget to uh like, share, drop a comment. What do you think about MIA continues to talk about this situation, even though JD came out and said, leave me alone. I don't want to associate with you. Called her all manner of names, but she's still doing her best to convince the whole world or everybody that follows this case that she fought for the kids. But when you look at everything that has been going on, you know that that's not the truth. It was not fighting for the kids, it was actually you trying to just be JD's friend by all means. And you did that for a while, you succeeded for a while, then everything went south. Okay, so let me pull up MIA's video. Let's get some volume and let's start. Okay, beginning. Good afternoon, good evening from where. Okay, so before we start, she titled this video. I think it says 22 hours ago is when Madam MIA did this particular video that we're reacting to, and she titled it educational, and and she said baby A and baby J's spirit have blessed me, replying to fools who were fooled. This is what Madam MIA is saying. We know that Madam MIA has released several videos. We just have not had the time, and we're going to run through all of them. Okay, so we're going through this particular one here, and then there's another one she did. We're going to do that if I have the time later on today in Entertainment Daily. So if you're joining us, you are welcome. Subscribe, turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of our live stream, or if you miss, you're able to catch up on the replay. Okay, so from I protected the gap. Now she's talking about the spirit. If you know Madam MIA, you know she's someone that talks about spirit all the time, right? So yeah, welcome everyone. Comment, let me know the people that are here with me. If you don't comment, I won't know who's watching me. So comment so I can welcome you accordingly. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. All right, so let's take it back to the very beginning, 0000 point, and let's listen to Madam MIA. Let's go. And I believe please comment if you can hear what I'm listening. The same thing before. They said I shouldn't have helped JD. I shouldn't have helped JD. She's evil. By helping JD, she's evil. You guys, you need to stop disturbing your own aura. You need to stop committing sin with your mouth. Most of you get yourself in trouble, physically, mentally, spiritually, because of what comes out of your mouth. If we have to walk by, Madam MIA talks about spirituality a lot. If you're talking about somebody controlling their mouth and watching what comes out of their mouth, Madam Emma is someone that has said a lot. She's the same person that came out and swore for JD, where she said she removed the white hair on her hair, gray hair. She took out her gray hair and, sorry, excuse me. She took out her gray hair. Oh, our barrister is in the building. Oyoyo's world. You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Good morning. I know it's early. It should be very early hours now. I'm surprised to even see you here. So you're welcome. So Madam MIA is someone that removed her gray hair and swore for JD. So if you're going to come out and advise people to watch what they say, they're disturbing their aura, they're doing this, they're doing that. But you have done even worse than what this, because if this person said you shouldn't have helped JD, according to her, she's replying to the fools that were fooled, right? And these people are saying, these are their opinion, right? That you shouldn't have helped JD. The reasons best known to them and whatnot. But you went as far as swearing for that the same JD that you helped. How can you help someone and then because the person decided that the person doesn't want to have anything to do with you, what did you do? You took your hair, knowing what it means for you to say, I swore for this person, sending curses and this thing with the wind and your gray hair and things like that. So, which is even worse, the person that told you that you shouldn't have helped JD, and you that swore for JD, who did the most? But it's typical Madam MIA. So
you don't know the full story of something, if you don't have critical documentation in front of you, be careful what you say and what you wish for. If I didn't help JD, do you think Korra will have her children today?
ah,
You guys, you still don't get it. You don't get it.
you see how upon everything that JD has done to Madam MIA, Madam MIA is still lying, still, being deceitful and trying to manipulate this whole thing to make it look like if it wasn't for her. That's what I'm like, it seemed like Madam MIA just wants Korra and JD to come out and say, "Thank you so very much, Madam MIA. You are our God here on earth. If not for you, we wouldn't even have the air to breathe. If not for you, we wouldn't even be alive till today. If not for you," like, just praise her like she's God Almighty. She's the Alpha and Omega. She's the beginning and the end. She's everything. Do you understand? That's when Madam MIA will now feel good, sit back and relax. And until Cora and JD does that, she will keep trying to convince everyone that she's that mighty. If anybody was supposed to lose the kids, it was JD. It was not KO, because KO didn't do anything that warranted her losing her kids. The only person that was doing things that the person was not supposed to do was JD. So this one, that instead of her to say, well, if I didn't help JD, he would have lost custody of his children, when CPS came or whoever was investigating them then. But no, she wants to also bring in the KO that never had her time from the beginning. Someone you approached from the beginning, the person said, I don't want. Then you still continued, went to the other person's camp to go and be plotting and doing the most. And now, because even JD has never opened his mouth to say, if not for Madam MIA, my kids. Because if you did that for JD, how come JD came out and called you and Lolo a scammer and fake people, a fake lawyer? Yes, called Miriam a fake lawyer and said both of them are scammers. Somebody that you help save their children. Sorry. So when you look at this whole thing, you will notice that after every insult and everything that JD did, this woman is still trying to paint the thing in a way that let it look like it is actually the fault of KO and JD. That's why what happened all those years happened. It wasn't just JD's fault, you know, and that's terrible. So how can you come out to call out somebody that is accusing you that wasn't even accused? The person was just telling her that she shouldn't have, but it seemed like the person keeps putting that or those type of comments for her, and she's just fed up and she decided to address this person. But this person is telling you shouldn't have supported this person, you know, and the person might have her reasons why she's saying you shouldn't have supported JD. But you, after everything that has happened, you still coming out to say that the spirit of the children are with you. What spirit? Of what children? The same children that you people plotted against their mother.
And that is why you guys need to read Psalm 23.
Yeah, you didn't read Psalm 23 when you were swearing for JD.
Understand the meaning of each line of Psalm 23.
Tell me about it.
So that God can take over your mindset.
If If anybody needs God, it's Madam MIA more than any other person right now, seriously, because you have done a lot. You and those other and WhatsApp women that were supporting JD throughout this and this thing. The case is still on anyway because they still have their case in October. So you supported and you people plotted, and even when those videos came out, not Miriam or any other person can of those WhatsApp group women can actually say categorically that they didn't know about those videos until the person that leaked that video that made Cora to go file what Cora filed. So if you were able to see a video as horrible as that and you kept it to yourself, it shows the kind of person that you are. That's just oh, you one is laughing. Oh my goodness, seriously. These people, I don't understand. This woman, her own is just too much. Beverly Adams said this woman needs Jesus. Ah, oh, let me finish laughing before I welcome you, Beverly. You're welcome, Beverly Adams. Welcome. Thank you so very much for joining us today. How you doing? You know, so this woman is telling other people to go and read Psalm 23 until it sticks to their head. Didn't you think you were supposed to read Psalm 23 when all of you were in those private groups and you saw those videos of Crystal maltreating those children, innocent children? And you know what the same Bible now that you're quoting for other people, you know what the same Bible said about children? Those were innocent children that has never hurt anybody. They've not done anything. They don't know anything. They are pure. You did not go to report to the authority that somebody is out there, maltreating someone that you know, the person's children. Y'all waited until when the whole thing casted. That's when people were like, and then this, and then more videos, and then it's then explaining nonsense that does not make sense. Now you want people to go and read Psalm 23. Okay, let's keep going.
Two people, KO and JD, they were about to lose their two beautiful daughters
Lie.
to the state of California.
Lie.
Get it in your head. That is the matter of fact.
That's not
in
fact.
My previous videos, I read out the dates we were going to court back and forth.
We were going to court. Now your case,
Which should tell any one of you that all this custody nonsense.
Is it the money that is spending MIA or which one? I don't know which one is custody nonsense. Which one is custody nonsense? Did she's busy talking about we were going to get our. Is it your case? You just went and inserted yourself in people's business that didn't concern you, and now you want to come out and tell us that, oh, that, madam, bye. Seriously.
From both parents. That means both of you lose your children.
Lie.
The CPS, the state of California, they were not prepared to give the children to only korra in 2023, and they were not ready to give the.
You can imagine this. And why is that? If the state of California refused to or didn't want to, if let's say we don't believe her, but let's just say we believe what she's saying, what were the reasons that the state of California listed that made them not to want to give full custody to korra? Ask yourself that question. And you will find out that it won't be anything that she did, but it will be what JD has manipulated, because that's JD's job. His job is to be manipulating situation, making things go from bad to worse. But instead of Madam Emaye to come out and say the way it is, she will kind of a way try to squeeze in KO into what she's trying to say. She will try to tell you a story about JD, but somehow, she will smuggle KO into that same story. I don't understand. Can't you just tell your story the way the story truly is or supposed to be, and just leave somebody that the story does not concern the person, except if you're mentioning the mother of the children? That's the time you need to mention her name. But no, this one won't rest. So in her mind, she was the one that fought against the state of California and won. And if you did fight for the reason, why did JD now came out and called you a fake lawyer? If you were the one that fought and won that case for them. Now, wow, this woman.
Then only to JD. California took both of them. So the strategy has to be both of them winning the state of California, which is what happened. If JD lose the case, korra will lose the case. That is what happened. So both of them have to win the state. And that is what we achieved last year. What did you guys
This
achieve?
Is the glory.
Apart from spreading lies, apart from fighting each other, apart from blocking your own blessing by spreading malicious rumor, lies. Anybody can go behind the camera and tell you cookies. in order to control your mind. It is up to you to control yourself.
Tell me now, how is it that if this really happened, JD did not mention it even once before they fell out? JD never gave you accolade. JD never ever praised you. All the colete you did and everything, now you claim that you helped them to win a case against the state of California, and JD still called you a fake lawyer. How can you be a fake lawyer if you help somebody to win a case that is as big as that? It's custody we're talking about. Nobody wants to lose the custody of their child or their children to the state. Nobody wants that. So if somebody helps you to win a case like that, even if it's a even if it's a paid lawyer, you see people hugging their lawyers after their lawyers win a case for them, hugging them, shaking their hand, crying together, because you know that yes, you've paid that lawyer to do their job, but the lawyer has done a good job and you have won your case. You will be very happy and be appreciative. So why was JD never appreciative if you won that case in 2023 or 2022 like you're saying? I beg you.
Fully responsible from what you guys are blogging. You guys too need to take responsibility. If you don't know full details of something, be careful what comes out of your mouth. Be careful what you wish for. Oh, that woman is a winch. Have you ever seen winch rescuing children before? Do you know how many years I work in the social services children's department? Eh? Do you know how many life are?
So have you ever seen witch rescuing children before? The answer is yes. A witch can actually rescue a child, but it doesn't mean that when it's time for that witch to come and witch hunt that child and eat that child, that witch will not come back. So that's not even any example that you should be giving. There are lots of people that they are the first people to scream and call God, 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 if anything happens. But in the night, they are the ones flying and not sleeping at night, attending which meetings of the witches and things like that, doing all this, evil things in the dark. So anybody can try to act or pretend to be anything, but when eyes are not watching, then they will show their true color. So that's not even anything. Seriously. And moreover, talking about you help this, you help that, you've not given any evidence beyond reasonable doubt that yes, you did this.
Changed? Because we were trained not to be running our mouth on social media. You think you can just open your mouth and get away with anything?
How are you trained not to run your mouth, but you've run your mouth, ran your mouth more than anybody else?
Excuse me, put your apology and stop it.
Yeah,
stop it. You are the one who allow yourself to be fooled. Those children are with their parents.
Yeah, because of you.
And both of their parents, they are going to court in October to face what? To face each other in court. Who is the interested party? CPS again. All you guys need to pray now is for the CPS not to do the same thing they did to both of them last year, not to do it this year to both of them. Because those children, at least they deserve to be with one parent, at least, not going to foster care. If I didn't help JD, the children will be in foster care, which means Korra too will lose her case because that is what was on the table. The children have their own solicitor. The state of California have their own separate solicitor from the children's solicitor. That is what happened. All those dates are itemized from January all the way to August 2020.
Madam Itemize. Okay, let's be listening to her because this woman just likes to come and scare people, She says all this type of thing. You see some people start getting scared. You now start seeing comments, making comments. Oh, you see, Madam, you don't scare anybody. All these things you're saying, it doesn't scare anybody. Nobody is scared about what you're saying or even worried the least about what you're saying.
JD and KO were not fighting each other for custody. Anybody who tell you that they've scammed your head. There was no custody battle between both of them. Both of them were faced with the states. They want to win the states. and both of them, they won the states. They left the August charges, the new August charges 2023, they left with settling with the states. The January to July case, they won it, but they end up with strikes. Korra even come out and tell you guys the truth at last. Because earlier, they were both telling you guys that they were doing fighting against each other, custody against each other. Don't you dare.
Wahala. Wahala. This Madam MIA. Wahala. Korra has never said she wanted full custody of her children. She always said she does not want her daughters to have daddy syndrome. That's why she is not going to, that she's not filing for full custody of those girls, that she wants their father to be in their life. So she never ever stated that she wanted to take JD to court. Even when people kept suggesting, if you all remember, there are multiple times where people kept saying it and she got angry and she started even insulting people. Anytime people tell her that, she will get angry and she will start insulting people. She has never said she wanted to fight us. I don't even know this one, that this woman is trying to twist this whole thing and paint it and try to make it out to be something else. The only person that keeps making a statement like that was JD. And this is something that is very common with JD and people of JD's race. Number one thing they come to you with first is to threaten you about getting full custody of the children or child if you have with them. That's the one thing that is common with them. You understand? These European descendants, that's one thing that you could get with them. The first thing is, I get the full children, I take the children, I take the children, I take the children. That's the thing that JD kept threatening Korra with, that she's going to get full custody. Oh, she doesn't know the American law. She doesn't know what American law says. She doesn't know this. She doesn't know that. Threatening in the beginning, saying all of those things because in his mind, oh, I'm going to use my Oyibo syndrome and me being an American to win full custody, not knowing that the state will look at everything, evidences will be presented, everything. And if they feel like both of you are not fit, neither one of you will even get the children. The children will end up in foster care. So JD was the one that kept saying he would. Meanwhile, Cora never said she would ever file or try to fight for custody of the children. She wanted them to both be in the life of the children. And I think when the court ruled that they both should get 50-50 custody, she was fine with that. It's JD that still wanted to manipulate, go behind the back. But when Madam MIA comes out to explain these things, she will not explain it exactly the way it is, because I feel like there is something, all those years when she was working for JD, supporting JD, oh, that she was coming online to brag. JD calls me first thing in the morning, he wakes up, called me last thing in the night to go to bed. Every decision was run by me before he makes that decision. When she was bragging about how close she and JD was, all those times, only heaven knows what happened between those two people, the secret that they are holding that would make MIA to come out, try to call JD out sometimes when she's upset, but she will still kind of sugarcoat it, paint it in a way that she's going to smuggle KO's name into the same this thing. You understand? When that's not how the story
They blame somebody like me who is just focused on winning the children. You know,
your focus was
so
never the
both
children.
of them can have their children. You think I don't see how you guys are running your mouth sometimes? But sometimes it's better to just allow you guys to continue destroying your own aura, thinking that you are coming after somebody like me. Hello? The day you're going to have a problem, are you going to get the helper? Yet you say you are supporting Korra. No. A lot of you are not supporting Korra. You are just, trying to support your own pockets. Because you are wishing Korra ill. If you are telling me, oh, why did you help JD? That means you want Korra to lose her children. Huh?
You they laugh because you don't say you they lie.
Even if we say we don't want to help nobody anymore, we don't want to support anybody anymore, we can't do that.
Lie.
Because whatever happens, somebody else will knock on the door, somebody else will phone that they have a problem. If you are Inukon, that is the way your life will be. You'll be meeting people, they will just drawn to you, they'll be telling you their issue because they see that spirit that they can't even explain in you, and you don't have no choice but to help them or to connect them. Do you know the people I just connect recently? Eh? A beautiful mother with her children. And so far, she's been successful with her case. They haven't finished the case yet. But the referral I made for her, she's sleeping better now. You don't have a clue who you are meeting on social media. But be careful what you wish. If you don't know something, or if somebody give you a bait, they call it bait, in order to get you emotionally tied. Don't be blaming the angel God sent to them. If none of you have ever developed a defense before, go and talk to a solicitor. They will explain the.
Yeah, this is how you went and you developed defense. You collected, you said all these things and used it to convince, convince and confuse JD's brain. And JD thought you were really, really a legal practitioner, like you were a lawyer, you were an attorney. And he put all his hopes and everything on you. Then he didn't get the result that he was expecting. Hence, he came out and blast you. You started again.
The nitty gritty to you, and they will explain how difficult it is to you. Be careful what you wish for. Maintain your own boundary, create a boundary for yourself. The people supposed to apologize to all of you, whether you're a blogger or follower, and both couples. Who do let you believe that they are going back and forth to court last year for custody issues? There is no custody.
Instead of this woman for once to say the truth, that the person that needs to apologize to the general public is JD, because he was the one that brought their private problem that they were having to social media. He brought it to the general public that gave everybody the right to now start. Because if you don't bring your family issues outside, if I don't care if it's your friends, if it's your colleague at your workplace, whatever way you see those people, or those, if you don't go and tell them, they will not have anything to say. You will be the one to bring your family matter outside for your family members to get insulted. And that's exactly what JD did. And when this insult and everything started, it did not end in people insulting him and the ex-wife. They extended it to those little children that didn't know anything. Those children that are not even, up until this moment, they are still too little to understand that their father and their mother had issues and they divorced, and that those people were insulting those little children. Instead of Miriam to say the truth and say, look, this is what you did and you shouldn't have done it. No, she will smuggle. That's what I'm telling you. Whenever you listen to Miriam, you will always know that the story she's trying to tell, if she would tell it exactly the way the story should be, Chaos name should not be inside the story. But in order for her to try to make herself look like she's in the middle, she's not taking sides. Meanwhile, everybody knows that you have always been on JD's side, and you said it yourself from the beginning. But she make it look like the both of them are owing people apology. Keo didn't bring this to the internet, and she never for once did she mention that she wanted full custody of the kids. That even most people are even upset at her, telling her that if you had filed for full custody and everything in one, you wouldn't even be here going back and forth. When JD did all those things he did when he went to school, took the children without telling her, and all those other things that he's done, keeping the children away from their mom and whatnot. You understand? All of those things, people kept blaming her, but still she stood her ground saying, I don't want daddy syndrome, and I'm not going to file. I don't have any plans to file, if that's what you people are thinking. So when did she come out and say that, oh, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing, so he's fighting me custody, me too, I'm fighting him custody, and we'll see who will win? When did she say that? Jade is the only person that threatens about what he can do. Oh, she will never take those children to Nigeria. She this. They told her she was going to kidnap the children and pass through Mexico. And this, all of those nonsense talk is always coming from JD. Everything. Instead of you to call him out and tell him to stop, no, you're talking and referencing to the case that is coming up next month in October and all of that, acting like it is the fault of both of them, when we know fully well that it is you people, the WhatsApp women, which you were the head of all the women in general, because you were the one that said with your own mouth that JD speaks to you. Immediately he wakes up in the morning, he calls you. He goes to bed in the night, he calls you. Every time you people speak, everything he wants to do, they will run it by you. All those other WhatsApp women, if they decide on something they want him to do, he will tell them to call you first to run it by you. If you approve it, then they go ahead. So all of those times you didn't see to tell JD that all of these things he's doing will come back and bite him someday, because y'all didn't see this coming. Y'all thought you're going to just continue in that part and you will be able to, get the United States this is to send Korra back to Nigeria, and JD will take the kids and whatnot. So he has been the one speaking about having full custody and keeping the children to himself, not her.
Hello, you better wake up. May God open your eyes. Just go and read Psalm 23 or day before you sell every good awura finish with your mouth. Chaize. Good morning, good afternoon.
Oh God, oh God, oh God. Wahala. Wahala, they say that they finish. Mariam is so upset that she's screaming. Ah, oh God. Miriam is really screaming to anybody that cares to listen that she actually helped them to save their children. You understand? And I just think this is ridiculous. I'm trying to pull that this I'm trying to pull the comments from this live that we just listened to. Like I said, this is going to be a quick live stream. Missing in actions. I said, let me come in. Let's gist a little bit. And since Miriam won't stop talking. So here she said in reply to your comment, and she tagged the person. I just out of Q DG. She said, "Go and ask what was the state of California strategies against both before you argue blindly." One good point you made was that both don't live in the same home. Yes, but last year the case with CPS differ from what they are facing this year. In the last year, this is Miriam writing in her comment section underneath this video that y'all just listened to. She said, in last year's case, just pray you don't meet any state representative who is determined to win by all means possible. Both couple knows exactly what is in their paperwork. You don't, and may never. Okay. Okay, so I think the person she represented, the person she was replying to in her comment section said, okay, I understand now about what you mean that the state representative was willing to win by any means necessary. I do know someone who are willing to take children away regardless. After all, it is money making business. Foster home parenting get big money from the state. Some social workers even get drawback from those. This is how Miriam tried to deceive and twist some people's brain that they start thinking that, oh, both parents is actually both parents' fault. If kids going to be taken away from anybody, it's going to be from JD, not from the mother of the children, not from Keo. So I don't even know why Miriam is trying so much to make it look like both of them are doing a terrible job. Okay, both of them are not doing a terrible job. JD is doing a terrible job. JD was the one that brought in a stranger from Pennsylvania all the way to California to come and maltreat his children in his own home. Okay, then admitting that he asked her to film his children. What kind of reasonable parent, when your children are under the age of 6, you're already bringing a stranger to come and to take it? Do you know how dangerous that is? It means that you are a parent that is very unserious in life. So, but Miriam will never state the fact. She likes to talk and twist things in a way that it makes her look like the very smart person and the wisest of them all, the best lawyer that ever exists in this planet called Earth. She said, to reply to your comment about her, okay, she said, in reply to your comments about her following her own rules, that means she will win. What are you talking about? Let me educate you on this. I suspect you are thinking of the orders given to both of them after their CPS hearing. She continued. She said, "My dear, stop and think before you argue any matter. You have uh you have limited or no court documentation to support. This is how it goes. Just in case you or anyone ever found yourself in similar issues in terms of CPS cases." And she started. She said, one, notice of investigation. Two, investigation over, and you will receive your paperwork itemizing all the allegation, including evidence against you. Therein is your hearing date. Most times, preliminary hearing will occur before a full hearing. Yeah, so okay, said before full hearing is decided by the judge. And then she said number three, full hearing date will be given. Number four, outcome of the hearing will follow. Number five, in child abuses cases, when the case is settled, like in their August case, yeah, yeah, when it's been settled in their August case, the order are given to both by the judge that they must follow. But this was after their hearing. The letter is what you are using as an argument. So they are going back and forth, arguing about arguing. Madam Miriam is trying to convince everybody that tries to listen, about this. And she said, yeah, and she said, they both settled and they both have orders they had to follow, and they will individually face the sanction if they do not follow the order stipulated. Don't mix this with what I said on my video. She's telling the person. She said, yes, KO solicitor must win, just like JD's representative must win the state. If both don't win the January to July 2023 CPS case, their children would be in foster care. Period. I have covered. So okay, so let me see. Okay, she said that I have covered this in one of my previous videos after noticing that they are again back on social media doing back and forth nonsensical and the August case, which both of them settled. Go and ask her what the state of California and the children's solicitor argued with the judge instead of mixing orders given after settlement with the actual full hearing proceedings. Hmm. And I don't know who commented something to her here that she blasted the person. She said, Were. Miriam is provoking. Miriam said, Were, you are from Sierra Leone. And she's laughing. She said, no wonder why. Or there. May the wind slap you. Is this somebody that told people to go and read Psalm? Now she's calling somebody Were. She's calling somebody or there. And she said, may the wind slap that your lying, delusional mind. Huh. Here she continued blasting someone else. She said, brainwashed vagabonds. If you guys can listen to old videos. And Miriam responded and said, they don't listen. Majority of them are a bunch of easily led people who allow themselves to be easily manipulated instead of creating their own content. It is 3 years, yet many of these people live in abject poverty, but still wasting their time to be throwing abuses everywhere instead of learning what could even prevent them from losing their children to the government. It is sad. Then it is sad that they still don't get how anyone can throw them a bait. They eat it, forgetting their own blessings. Sometimes I look at some of them wishing evil, not even knowing who they are sending evil to. if only they observe without sentiment, they will see and learn how not to throw curses willy-nilly. Wahala. That other person she's arguing with came back. Like the comment section is just so funny. That's why I'm reading it to y'all. The person came back and said to Miriam, Sam, I'm not being disrespectful, but you helping JD in his case against the CPS has absolutely nothing to do with Cora own case against CPS. You didn't help her. Voila. Ah, I guess this is the one that is petty. Is petty. I said the woman tell her that you helping JD doesn't have anything to do with Cora's case against the CPS. You did not help her win her case. She had her own representative. You helped JD. So why are you saying you helped her? Hmm. Hmm. The person continued down again and said, if JD had lost the case, it was solely on his part. KO and JD may indeed had the same rule to follow. So once she follow hers in the exact order, that is good point for her. Him not following his own cannot connect to Korah. Remember, they both live in separate homes, even though the both have joint custody of the children. What takes place in JD's and Ko's home while their children are with them will determine the outcome. Example, CKO was not implicated in what took place in JD's house concerning the children and Zoe. That's why JD has to face it all alone and answer to the charges against him. I think Miriam got tired and is not answering the person anymore. Another person came responding to this person's comment and said, and tag called and I said, you are mistaken. There is no charge against JD. The reason why JD and KO is in court is because they each are filing for full custody. Hey, some people don't even know what they see. You see court documents, they read it to you, they interpret it to you. You still do not understand. Where is this person coming with this comment? You see why I want you all to just hear how some people will put out content, say some kind of things, and manipulate. And even though these court documents and everything, the case that is coming up next month, the stuff that JD filed, what Cora filed, everything is out there. But look at the kind of comment this person is dropping. Said they both are filing for full custody because they are not able to come to a compromise. They each has to present their case to court for full custody. The court will determine who will have custody. Hey, now wow. Ah, that's the conversation going on, and Miriam just responded to the ones that she wanted to respond to, and she left the rest. She didn't bother, responding. But when you go down in Miriam's page, Miriam is posting about some other things too. But one thing you will notice is that Miriam has been really, really vocal about this JD stuff. Another thing that she did series of videos were where she spoke about JD's rituals. Okay, that if I have the time in the evening, let's see how it goes. I will see if we can come in with that and we will go through this. I saw these videos, well, wasn't feeling too good, coughing and kata and whatnot, so cold. There's no way I'll be able to come and sit and run through all of this, so that's why it's coming. But sometimes it's better late than never. We always analyze MIA's videos, so we will do that. So if it's a six, she did the video that she titled that we've not analyzed, and we'll analyze this one I'm reading to you people now. We'll analyze it on Entertainment Daily. So if you're subscribed here, Trend with Octavia, and you're not subscribed in Entertainment Daily with OK, please go subscribe to that channel also, because the topics we're going to be discussing Cora and JD's cases, but trust me, what you hear here will not be what you will hear on the others this, because there's so much to cover. So some will be covered on this channel and some will be covered on the other channel. So here, we'll cover this evening. Okay, we'll go through this. You said JD fire ritual against women and it backfired. So that's a video she did talking about something that JD had spoken about, that she felt like she wanted to give her 2 cents, and Miriam said a lot about that. So all of those we will get in. Another one she did again is JD and the Fire Ritual Part 2. So she did like Part 1, Part 2, and maybe Part 3. And she said the dark side of ritual and exposing the cult. And she said Fair Use Act 1976 observed and whatnot. So I don't know, maybe she's going to play his video. Just get ready. We're going to analyze that in the evening. Okay, we're going to run this live stream. And let me see what else. It said JD and the Fire Ritual, Unspoken Consequences. So this is 3 videos. I'm seeing her talking about JD's fire ritual with his exes and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah, so let me see. Yeah, so she did 3 videos from what I'm seeing. She did Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 on JD's fire rituals, and we will go through it and we will see how she's going to analyze those on Entertainment Daily later on today. 50 minutes we've been here. Like I said, it's going to be a quick live stream, and if you're just joining us from the middle, you have to watch from the beginning of this live stream. We are talking about Madam MIA, Miriam Awolowo, talking about how she saved Korra and JD's kids, and she explained everything she explained. So we used her video to analyze this whole thing. And I feel like the only thing this woman is looking for is for JD and Korra to each come on their platform and give her accolades, to give her flowers, even though she doesn't deserve it, but she thinks she deserves that. That they need to come and praise her and say that, yes, you saved our children from CPS and this and that and that. She talks about these things. She's not posting enough evidence to prove that, yes, it is what it is. So, anyways, let me leave y'all and I will see y'all later. Thank you also very much for joining. Thank you, Julie Stage. Thank you so much for coming, Queen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Oyoyo's World. That's our barrister in the building. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Beverly Adams, for coming. Thank you, Queen. Welcome, welcome. Thank you all and all of you, 16 persons here listening to what I have to say. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe and also check out Entertainment Daily. Okay. Because we are going to be going into Madam Miriam, the 3-part series she did that we've not covered, because we've not been active for in the month of September. We've not been really active that much live. So um follow us on Entertainment, so we will do that. Give me a second. I want to drop a comment for those so you don't miss the hot gist that is coming up in few hours time from now, God willing. Okay, so subscribe also to Entertainment Daily because we continue with the JD's fire rituals. Okay, Madam MIA, she loves talking about spirituality and all of that, so she really said a lot about what JD revealed that he did with the names, writing down the names of his exes and what he did with them, the fire ritual, and what how Madam MIA explained it and what Madam MIA had to say about that, and all of that you will hear later on. But in order for you not to miss, you have to subscribe and turn on your notifications so YouTube can notify you when we are live. So the name you see on the screen, that's Entertainment Daily. Okay, subscribe to that channel if you have not. Okay, and that's where we're going to analyze the other part of the gist. Okay, thank you also very much. God bless you, queens and kings. God protect, guide, and protect you all. Thank you all for joining today. And the conversation continues. More gist will be coming, more videos will be dropping, God willing, by God's grace. Okay. So thank you also very much and bye for now. Bye everyone. I'll see you all later.